Hey guys, tomorrow night we'll bring you back to the regularly scheduled turkey tour programming, but we need to tell you all about something that happened this last weekend. Ted ended up getting a ticket down here in Mississippi from a game warden, and we want to walk you guys through that. What happened, what we learned, what we could improve in the future. But first off, our thoughts and prayers go out to everybody that's been affected by all the tornadoes. They came right past us, luckily did not hit Thrash's house where we were at the time, or any of our camps or anything like that, but it was a very close call, and a lot of people are dealing with, personal loss or property damage and all kinds. It's just a mess. So we're thinking about all those people. That's way more important than the stuff we're going to talk about in this video. We just want to be transparent with you guys and let you all know what happened. I mean, he got a ticket, and the main thing that I was concerned about is on the ticket it says your violation is hunting without a license, correct?
Mm-hmm. It says no hunt license, non-resident.
Yeah, I don't want somebody to see that and think that Ted was out in the woods with a gun trying to shoot a turkey, because he was not. There was an oversight on my part when it came to reading the regs before the season. I did not think he needed a hunting license to accompany another hunter with a video camera. He didn't have calls or ammo with him. Obviously, he didn't have a gun. You were just filming. Mm-hmm. But you can tell people what happened, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, me and Walker were out on some public ground the other day and went in after some turkeys, and I was just following them around with the camera. And when we came back out, the game wardens were sitting there waiting for us, and they came up, checked our license, pretty standard deal with the game wardens, and I didn't have a hunting license, so she wrote me a ticket because I was accompanying Brett out on the public land.
Yeah, and that's just something that we deal with state to state. We're constantly scrutinizing these regs so that we don't make a mistake. I mean, there's a lot of them, and because we travel, we have to deal with it a lot. And in this case, these regulations change year after year, and you read them, but it's my fault because Ted asked me a week ago, do I need to have anything in order to just go and film Brett? And I told him, as long as you don't have turkey calls or ammo, obviously you can't have a gun or anything like that. You're not hunting. As long as you're just documenting the hunt with a video camera, you should be fine. And I was incorrect in saying that. The law says, I found it, the law says at the bottom of the page, I don't know why I missed it. I read everything else on that page, but that last thing, it says at the bottom of the page that a drawn non-resident hunter on public land can have one guest accompanying them as long as they're licensed. And he didn't have a license, but I feel bad because it's your ticket, but you did the right thing in asking me because you knew that I was looking through all the regulations. And I've also been in touch with some people from the department here in Mississippi in past years and asked them about this, just to make sure that we are in the clear. It's like it's kind of been a gray area in some places in the past. Like, are you technically assisting the hunter if you're just filming them? But regardless, the main reason why we want to make the video is because if somebody sees this on the internet and they think that Ted was out there trying to hunt and kill a turkey, that was not the case. He was just filming Brett. Yeah. But it still is an oversight. I'm not making an excuse for it. I should have seen the reg, and I totally missed it. It was totally my fault, and I'm sorry that you got a ticket for it. But.
And it's something, I mean, the laws change all the time, and this is one of the laws that changed just from last year to this year. And we travel all over the place hunting different states, and it's hard to keep up on every single one of those laws. So it's just one of those that slipped through the cracks, and weren't trying to do anything wrong, but we didn't have the hunting license and when I needed one. So
and now you have one.
Yeah.
As soon as that encounter happened, you're like, well, now I need to get one, and then if I get one, I can go back to hunting. And they were like, yes, you're good to go. And we don't know yet how much the fine's going to be. I'm sure it's not going to be very much, or at least I don't think it will. I guess we'll figure that out here soon, within the next week or two. It wasn't serious enough that they told you that you can't hunt anymore. You didn't lose hunting privileges or anything like that. He's got a hunting license now and is good to go. But hopefully you guys can learn from that mistake. You got to read everything. You have to read everything in the regs every single year whenever the regs come out. Some states even put at the top of the page like new regs for 2025 in bold, and that's real helpful because then you can take your prior knowledge and you can pair it with that. In this case, it was not at the top of the page that I saw. It was at the bottom of the page. But I'm not trying to make an excuse. I missed it, and I shouldn't have missed it, and I feel bad that I did. We'll try to do better in the future. We really try not to do this. I mean, we spend hours agonizing over like laws and rules. There's so many different times that, I mean, I'm sure you guys know that have been watching us over the years, so many different times when we've pulled into an area and not been able to go hunting because we didn't feel like we had a full understanding of everything, and we were doing everything perfectly fine. We just don't want to get in these situations, so we try to avoid that as best as we can. I just, like you said, this one slipped through the cracks. So wanted to let you guys know about that. We'll have more turkey tour videos coming out tomorrow night. We'll show you guys what we've been getting into, and yeah, we'll just go from here. Hopefully y'all will learn from our mistakes. Make sure to read all the regulations. But that's it. Thanks guys for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.